Hello, good evening. Welcome you all to the Manushala family. Today, we will talk about the most important aspect of the current situation is trauma, and the one of the most impact of COVID-19 is trauma. We all thought that we have let trauma in the first, but did not wear in the first wave, but we did not whereas we all have gone through the that phase during the second wave. So come and let's talk about how to deal with trauma. So we here welcome our today's speaker, Dr. Shifali Mishra. She is a psychologist who has been working as a counselor at Ambedkar University. She received her doctorate in psychology PhD from Guru Nanak University, from Guru Nanak Dev University, Punjab. She has done her from Delhi University and masters in applied psychology from Jamia Islamia. In addition, she has completed a postgrad diploma in guidance and counseling. In her counseling practice, she has more than 7 years of experience with adolescents and adults with a wide range of emotion and behavioral problems. So, let's welcome Dr. Shifali Mishra. Hi, Dr. Shifali.
Hi Tamanna, how are you?
I am fine. How are you?
I'm good too.
So, I have already told about you. So, do you want to say something or let's start?
No, it's okay. If you have explained, that's enough.
Okay, okay, okay. So, our first question is, what is trauma?
Okay, so I am going to discuss in COVID context. So I'll first explain that what is trauma, and then I'll explain that, you know, what kind of manifestations is we are observing in COVID, specifically pandemic. So trauma is more like an emotional response to any kind of, I would say, of any kind of event. For example, there is a natural disaster or accident or any kind of we observe trauma in a lot in sexual abuse survivors, a lot those who have traumatic experience, any kind of abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, domestic violence. So there are chances that one the person who has been experiencing these all things, there are chances that the person can develop trauma. So if I talk about in today's context, in COVID context, so this year when second wave come, there were so many young deaths were being reported. There are family members, those who have lost all their members. Definitely, it was a very traumatic experience for them, that losing every member and they are all alone in their family. So definitely, it is a traumatic experience for them. And have seen cases where the young students, they are losing their parents once, it is actually getting orphaned and there is no one in the family. So in COVID context, we are observing such cases. And the fear of getting the disease, this COVID also is very getting people, they are getting very anxious, that it can happen to them also. So these kind of experience, such kind of experience people are experiencing it, trauma, I would say.
Okay, okay. So, according to you, what is the difference between stress and trauma? Because a lot of time people get confused with like what is stress and what is trauma. Like they get confused with both the terms.
Okay, so let's talk about stress. We, use this term in our daily life also, that, I'm experiencing stress, due to the job or academic pressure. And so stress is more like is normal, which we experience in our daily life. So under stress, we have eustress also and we have distress also. Now, not every stress is bad for us. That is eustress, that, I have my exam tomorrow, I have to prepare. So that is I'm getting stressed, so that is eustress. So that is going to improve my performance. So that is eustress because it is impacting my performance. It will enhance my performance, and as a result, I will score good marks. But if I talk about, eustress has the probability of turning into distress, that okay, that I'm getting stressed, But if I talk about the major difference between the stress and the trauma, not every stress is bad, but trauma is bad. You know, the major difference is this, that, stress can be good also, but trauma can be bad every time. And if I talk about the symptoms of trauma, there are flashbacks, there are nightmares, and there can be, symptoms that, feeling of hopelessness, guilty, and the lack of attention, lack of concentration. The person is not surviving. Okay, so basically, the person is not, the self hygiene, the self care. These things are these are the symptoms of the trauma.
Okay. And so, according to you, why should we talking about trauma today more than ever?
Yeah, definitely. Trauma specifically because when in 2019 December, this outbreak, this pandemic, we have no idea. Nobody had this idea that, that such things are going to happen. But this trauma, initially, if I talk about this 2020 year, so we were like that, okay, this 2020 year is going to be like this. The next year is not going to be like this. But this is, we don't know when it is going to end, right? So one has to, those who can survive or those who can adapt, definitely they are not going to experience any kind of problem. But yes, it is traumatic for those people, you know those who, I would say, sometimes, there are some of the cases where, pandemic has actually, I would say, that it has actually increased the, you know mental health issues. Every family, if I say that every family don't have same dynamics, good dynamics. If I talk about the domestic violence, there are so many cases have increased. Even I am getting so many cases, where the students are saying that, ma'am, my father is so abusive and this pandemic has enhanced a lot and I can't go out, what to do in such situation. And the child is experiencing bodily, changes, shivering. So I would say that, these things in this pandemic, the trauma, it has definitely much needed attention in today's days, because, there are people who are experiencing so much. If as a mental health professional, I would say there are so many people who need help, then, and they're not seeking help, but they are still struggling with their issues, whatever they are experiencing. So definitely trauma, we don't know when it is going to end. It is, there is a kind of uncertainty. We don't know when it is going to end. For example, I'm very uncertain about my future. I don't know when I'm going to receive my degree. I don't know when I'm going to get my job. There are, financial insecurities also. Definitely, it is leading them to, it is affecting people a lot. And people, trauma, it really needs so much attention in these days.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. If the other person is in trauma, then how can we help him or her during that situation?
When we see that such, first I would say that how to identify such people who experience, if we once see that, is disturbed or in trauma, something like this. So first we have to see some of the symptoms. For example, I would say, the person has totally changed, is not taking part in the daily life. There is a loss of interest in the daily activities. The food pattern has changed, everything has changed, there is a loss of motivation. And if there is a kind of death also in a family because of the COVID, every person, they have their different kind of, I would say, expressing their emotions. Some people cry, some people cry, some people, they have their different ways of expressing their emotions. I think one should give them a platform to express their emotions, give them time, I would say. Because, when there is a death in a home or a house, I would say, give them time. Maybe it will, to recover from them. It happens. It's a normal, it's very natural, I would say, that they will, within a span of time, they will learn to adapt to the situation that this person is no more. But if you're observing that the person is not, is unable to handle, unable to survive now, it is becoming very difficult. There is a lack of concentration. The person is not, doing the daily activities, still after 10, 15 days, it is continuing. So definitely the person needs help. You can talk to that person. You can, what experience or what emotions the person is experiencing, we can discuss. And I would say that don't judge. It is a very, in our society, very common when we judge very easily. Any kind of death is there. It's a very natural tendency. Or I've seen so much people say, "Ja, ja, re, kuch nahi hota, it's okay, ho jayega." It's very easy to say such things, but who the person is experiencing, it is very difficult for the person. So I would say don't judge, be non-judgmental. It is very important. Be empathize with them because some people can recover from this, some people will not, and some people need help. And I would say contact mental health professional in such cases. A specialist can help you because you are not a mental health professional. You can talk with the person if the person is experiencing such problems. You can express in then you can discuss with a mental health professional because these days there is a much need because if we will not discuss these things, it will definitely later, it is going to affect in later life, it will continue. So there is a need to resolve to such things at this stage only.
Okay, so I know this is something different from the question, but a lot of time people are keeping it in silent. They are not answering our calls or not replying to our messages. So there, how should we help them in that way? Like
I would say that
I know someone
Mhm.
personally. It has been 2 months that she's going through a trauma, but she's not ready to accept the calls or not able. She's not replying to our messages. So how should we help her in that way?
In such case, one has to go and meet them rather than calling them because definitely the person is not going to. And 2 months, it's a very long time. One can understand, 10 to 15 days or even a month. If it is continuing, definitely there is a problem. So, you can go and talk to your friend that, okay, what are you experiencing? And you can discuss with their parents also that, okay, you know जिससे भी वो क्लोज हो, आई वुड से उनसे बात कर सकते हैं. इट मे हैपन कि आपसे ना ओपन होना चाहती हैं, क्या पता वो प्रोसेस कर रहे हो, समझ नहीं आ रहा है क्या चल रहा है. Losing your close member, it is very actually difficult. It's even one cannot also express. It is a very difficult. I would say that you can talk to the parents that what she's experiencing, and you can go and meet her and talk to the parents. Then I think there you can start with that. Depending on the situation, then you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So, what could be our three constant measures to maintain our well-being during a COVID-19 waves 2 era?
This is my, I say every time that express yourself, don't suppress your emotions. Our mental health is very important in such time. Then we have to express anything, just express it to your parents, to your spouse, to your friends, or, if you don't have anyone, you can write. You can maintain your journal. You can contact professionals nowadays. Free services are being provided. There are so many helplines are there. You can call them and talk to them. And when you will talk to them, definitely they'll help you a lot. So I would say the first is that I always say that express, whether it is anger, whether it is you're expressing sadness, express it, just went out. If you're going keep suppressing ekdam, ek din hoga aisa ki you will burst out. वो situation ही नहीं वैसा आना चाहिए. I would say express your emotions. Secondly, in this pandemic, lots of abuse, drug abuse, substance abuse has increased a lot. So people say that कुछ करने ही कोई नहीं है, चलो चलो ये ले लेते हैं, वो लेते हैं, such kind of. So there is a kind of dependency has, become कि people में कि अब कुछ नहीं है करने को तो यही कर लेते हैं. So this we have to avoid. Do not indulge in substance abuse. Thirdly, I would say that जो आप ये न्यूज देख रहे हैं, कॉन्टिन्यूसली न्यूज में इतना कुछ आ रहा है कोविड के बारे में. कट द टाइम, डोंट चेक द सोशल नेटवर्किंग ऑन कोविड. आई वुड से that every time हम स्टार्टिंग में भी न्यूज में यू यूज्ड टू कीप द स्टैटिस्टिक्स, अरे केसेस बढ़ रहे हैं, एंड with the same way हमारी एंजाइटी भी इंक्रीज होती जा रही थी. ओके, द केसेस आर इंक्रीजिंग, इट्स नॉट सेफ आउटसाइड. So I would say do not check the this news. न्यूज में बहुत कुछ दिखाते हैं. Don't देखो मत. I would say check only reliable statistics. WHO. You can check the government websites. Just go through that only. And next, I would say that it is the best time to. This I always say. This is the best time to nourish your skills, to flourish your skills. One can do that also. This is the best time, one can do that. One can, self-care is the best, I would say, we can do on these times. I personally say that in this education times, I don't used to indulge in this self-care. Now I have started looking on myself, okay, because I have time. This pandemic has given such opportunities. So, one can, I would say that channelize our energy into another way. So it's up to, I would say it depends on us. And lastly, I would say if you feel that you are unable to handle your emotional issues, contact mental health professional. I would say in such case, contact the mental health professional. That's the best way you can do that. These are the preventive tips, I would say, you can practice, and it really helps a lot. And yes, one more important, physical exercise, yoga, meditation. There's a scientific reason to it. It really helps you a lot. There are so many research findings that that have proven that the yoga, meditation, deep breathing, really helps you calm down, to control your emotions. I would say practice these things a lot.
Okay, thank you. Can you explain a little bit about journaling? Like a small gist that,
Journaling.
yeah.
Mhm. So journaling, I would say what you can do, you can maintain a daily diary. This I also do. This I recommend everybody that, write anything, whatever comes to your mind, irrespective. Don't think of any filter. ये क्या कहेगा, वो क्या कहेगा. Just write whatever comes to your mind. Whatever. It could be anything bad, good, whatever. Just write. डेली आप मेंटेन कर सकते हैं. एंड डेली मेंटेन करने से क्या होगा, आप जब अपनी डायरी जो देखेंगे ना, यू विल सी द इम्प्रूवमेंट. दिस आई हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड इन मेनी केसेस कि अच्छा पहले ऐसे थे. व्हेन यू विल रीड, यू विल गेट एन आइडिया कि अच्छा मेरे को ऐसा तब प्रॉब्लम आ रहा था, अब देखो इट हैज इम्प्रूव्ड अ लॉट. आप ये डेली में मेंटेन करिए. सेकेंडली, एक ये तरीका आप अपना सकते हैं कि डेली आप अलग अलग क्वेश्चंस अपने आप को दे सकते हैं. आई वुड से दैट व्हाट आर द 3 थिंग्स यू आर ग्रेटफुल फॉर. यू विल राइट दीज 3 थिंग्स. you know there are so many questions. You can write these things on the. आप सबसे ज्यादा किससे attached है, whom you're closely attached. Write a paragraph on this. You can also do it. So I usually don't recommend any kind of questions. I say that you have a platform, write anything, whatever comes to your mind, whatever it could be, anything. So it really helps you a lot in venting out your feelings and emotions.
Okay, thank you. So this is one of my favorite question, I would say, and the last question. As you know, we all are hearing about that third wave is coming soon. So we all are taking care of our physical health as well. Like we are taking medicines, we are taking vitamins. But what steps should we take to keep our mental health strong?
Okay, definitely. The third wave is about to come. We are reading in news also, it is about to come in 6 to 8 weeks. People are now getting again tensed. Okay, third wave aane wala hai, what to do? So I would say that first, go get yourself vaccinated. One of the most important, that go get yourself vaccinated. Vaccination लीजिए ही लीजिए. Don't fall into these rumors कि ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा. No, take the vaccination. Follow COVID appropriate behavior. I would say that the physical health and mental health both are interrelated. If we are physically fit, definitely it will definitely going to affect our mental health. So if one is vaccinated, and if one is following all the COVID behavior, appropriate behavior, definitely there are less chances that one can contract COVID. And apart from that, as I've already shared, that express to your closed ones. That is one of the important. And try to make I would say that adjustment in the environment, because we don't know when the situation is going to end. Try to set realistic expectations, because everybody is in the same boat. We are not alone. This is the most important thing. This I missed actually, that we all are in the same boat. That nobody is, किसी कोई ऐसा कंट्री ही नहीं है कि जहाँ पे नहीं है. Everybody is in the same boat, and it has an impact. Globally it has affected a lot. So I would say that try to set realistic expectations from others. So definitely one is realistic. Definitely our emotional responses, that our mental health is not going to be affected. Share with your friends, and try to engage yourself. There should be a structure of your day. The pre-pandemic, I would say we used to have a structure. हम बिजी रहते थे, देयर वाज अ कि हमें ये काम करना है, इतना टाइम नहीं मिल पाता. बट द पैंडेमिक आने के बाद ऐसा क्या हो गया कि मेंटल हेल्थ इश्यूज इतने बढ़ चुके हैं. वन ऑफ द मेजर रीजन की स्ट्रक्चर ही नहीं है डे का. सुबह का कोई टाइम ही नहीं है कब उठना है, दिन का कोई टाइम ही नहीं है क्या करना है. देयर इज नो टाइम फॉर दैट. So I would say that structure is very important. I mean, there has to be some structure of your day. It really helps to motivate you that okay, I have to do these things. That okay, मुझे आज ये काम करने हैं, मुझे ये काम करने हैं, ये काम करने हैं. So I would say that one has there has to be goal कि आपको ये अपने दिन में ये खत्म ही करना है. तो एक स्ट्रक्चर डे का रखना बहुत जरूरी है, I would say. So these are the things I would suggest.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Shifali. Okay, so Shifali, you have something to tell our audience something more about it, or you want something that we should all know and we should work on it?
I would say that the those preventive tips, whatever I have told, try to follow them, because what happens, that third wave will come and we are not doing anything, and it will be a sudden change for us because we don't know when the lockdown will start, because the Delta cases have started and it has affecting the other countries in US, in Germany. There are so many cases, and in India also the cases have gotten started. So I would say that start practicing these tips. Definitely, it will definitely help you a lot. And if you feel that it is not helping you out, try to contact the mental health professional. I would say these things.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Shifali, so much for this amazing session. Let's see if we get any comments on the session we get from saved on IGTV, we will let you know. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.